morning, family. We are heading out to do chores this morning. We're heading out to do chores this morning, check on the chicks, feed the lambs. I need to check and see, sorry about that wind. We need to check and see how the cow pasture looks. We may need to move them today. We are also having somebody come out and shear Mary. She has not been shorn since we got here, so we are so we're gonna have somebody come out and shear her. That way, of course, we're gonna shear the babies. Of course, it's like freezing today, rainy and cold, so the goats are not going to go out in the pasture today. They're going to go, I'll just probably put them in the breezeway of the barn, but we're going to check on everybody, feed the chicks. We got to feed the pigs today, and then hopefully she'll be here just a little bit, and we're going to shear the sheep. It's not open yet. No. I don't know, but if you tell me, I could tell you. I'll tell you if it's right. Everybody looks pretty good this morning. We had a couple of dead ones, but that's pretty typical of those first couple days with shipping stress and everything else. But everybody looks good. They're all eating, drinking, moving around real well. Obviously, it's been a little bit chilly here today and yesterday, so we just need to make sure that there's not too many under each light and crushing each other, but they don't look like it. They look like they're, kind of moving around and doing all the things that they need to do. So I think they're good for today. We're going to head over and work on the barn chores, the sheep, and the goats and stuff, and get ready for the shear to get. So one thing we haven't really talked about yet is our new chicken tractors. So these are our layer tractors. These are 10 by 12. We'll be able to fit about 50 layers in each of these. We have 2 of them. We're just going to start off with 100 layers right now, or in the fall actually, just because they're always, I don't know, they're just kind of a weird management thing for us. We're not huge egg sellers, and we're not sure what the market is going to be around here. So we're just going to start off with 100. We got virtually the same type of coop, except they're just a lower profile, and they're 12 by 24 for our broilers. But I'm going to move this. We've got the guinea hens in one of these right now. I'm going to move this just to the next section. They've been in there for, I don't know, a couple of days, and they've started to eat down the area that they were in. So we're just going to move them to the next spot, and yeah, I think it goes well. Surprisingly enough, I am not very good at backing a trailer. My husband, on the other hand, Mr. City Boy, so I grew up in the city too. The only thing I ever backed was a boat trailer, and I was not very good at that, and my dad pretty much just said, like, stop, just stop. So anyways, so I'm not very good at backing a boat trailer or a trailer in general. So now that we own this trailer and we have a nice wide driveway, we're gonna have some backing practice. So wish me luck. shearing that sheep. We started out on the stand, and that didn't last long. She actually broke this poor girl's stand. I feel awful. I gave her some extra money. Don't worry about it. She can fix the chain. So we ended up just pushing her against the wall. It took me and Ryan holding her to get her shorn. She's a big sheep, and she does not appreciate having that happen to her. But it was quite a hack job, but it's fine. She's fine. It'll feel better, once it gets warm. She'll be a lot happier that she doesn't have all that wool on her. And we're going to try and shear her again, I think, in the fall, just so it's not as matted and crazy. It wasn't very thick. She wasn't as thick as the last time that we did it, but she just, she was just battling it. And the girl said that she wasn't very happy with the clippers that she was using. She felt that, like, they weren't doing a very good job. So, but we got her done. She's finished, and now we got to go out and get the pigs. And somebody just pulled in the driveway, so I got to go see what's going on. When it rains, it pours around here sometimes. So the sheep shearer was here. We were trying to do chores. Pig was out, and then we're getting ready to run electrical to. Sorry about the wind there. We're getting ready to run electrical to the barns, and so the electric company that's doing it, the electrician that's doing the work, he is required to have them come out, different companies come out and certify that there's no, like, underground utilities or whatever. So we had to call 811 before you dig, right? Anyway, so you just, like, submit a request online, and then apparently all the utility companies just show up. Like, there's no warning or anything like that. They just show up, and then they put a little flag in the ground saying that they came and everything is fine. But we had, like, 2 people show up. We had no idea, like, what they were doing or what was going on or whatever. So we got the pig in, one sprained finger later. The pig is in. I need to finish feeding them, and then I need to finish doing barn chores. I just threw some hay to the goats. I didn't let anybody out right now or yet because we were shearing Mary, and I just got to finish up those chores and then get to some other projects that we need to work on today. Today, so I am leaving the goats and Osu in the breezeway here in the barn just because my dairy goats are bougie and they don't like to be out in the rain. So they're in the barn. So they're happy. I just let them out finally, and Osu's playing with playing with lamb's wool. What are you doing? What is that? He'll have plenty of it to play with because it's all a big pile on the floor. So anyways, everybody's good in here. I'm going to check the outdoor sheep water, check the cow water, and then we will be done. Oh, I got to finish feeding the pigs, and then we'll be done. Again, forgive this whole madness here because the allergies are still going crazy. My nose is stopped up. My eyes, I feel like my eyes are bulging, swollen out of my head. I don't know how much longer this will last. Maybe another month. we'll see. At least we can look back on it and see how long my allergies lasted, and I'll know for next year. Anyways, let's finish up these chores. So the cows are looking good. I think that I'm probably going to move them tomorrow or maybe the next day. It's getting pretty low out there, so I think that they're about ready to get moved. It's kind of strange. And then when we get the sheep in here, it's going to change things up even more. So I think I'm going to move them tomorrow, and then I think no matter what, I'm going to put the sheep in there with them, even if we don't have their dog yet, because we've got to get these guys out of there because they are hungry, and I'm tired of feeding them hay when I have 87 acres of pasture that they could be eating, and they're not. So I think no matter what, we're going to put the sheep. I think we're going to move these guys tomorrow and then put the sheep out there with them. I just came out here to check on the chicks one more time. It was just raining really hard, and I wanted to make sure that this barn was secure, and I knew it was, but I just obviously wanted to check. But I was just looking at the chicks, and I wanted to kind of point out something that I look for when I'm checking on the chicks, and that is that the chicks are spread out throughout the brooder. Nobody is huddled near the feed, nobody's huddled near the water, and nobody is huddled, like all under the lights or spread all to the edges of the brooder. You want kind of an equal disbursement throughout your brooder, or at least around your feed and water and lights, so that you know that everybody's happy, they're all satisfied, they're not excessively chirping or anything like that. So that's just a kind of a tip if you want to look at your chicks, keeping an eye on them. You want to make sure that they are spread out just kind of equally around the lights and the feed and the water. But everybody looks good. As you can see, they're all kind of spread out. There are chicks, underneath the water. There are chicks on the feeder. There are chicks underneath the lamp. But nobody is excessively under one or the other. Well, I am thoroughly soaked. That rainstorm got me, so I'm gonna head in and get changed into some dry clothes. It's not too cold today, but it's certainly not as warm as it has been. I want to say it's probably like 65 or possibly 70, but I don't think it's that warm. So I'm wet and a little chilled, and I'm kind of done. So I'm gonna head in for the day, get some housework done, and yeah, thanks for following along with us, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.